Здравствуйте, меня зовут Иван Субботин, и с вами образовательное агентство KIWI-ZONE. Мы подготовили для вас сюжет о старейшем университете Новой Зеландии, Университете ОТАГО. Мы сняли этот сюжет во время нашего визита в город г.Данидин. Не сказать, что сюжет получился очень зрелищный, но очень много информации, интервью с интересными людьми. И если вы действительно заинтересованы в поступлении в такой именитый вуз, мы рекомендуем вам посмотреть две части этого видео. Вторую часть вы увидите ссылочку в конце нашего ролика. Приятного просмотра!
Winnie, could you tell us, please, a couple of words about the university campuses?
Sure. So the main campus is in Dunedin. So just about all students starting a program, particularly at undergraduate level, will start here in Dunedin. All of the programs are available here at Dunedin. We have two other main campuses. One is in Christchurch and one is in Wellington. But both of those campuses are really devoted to health and the fact that particularly with our medical degree program here, at the end of all the students start in Dunedin, but at the end of the third year, the class will split into three, and 1/3 will stay in Dunedin, 1/3 go to Christchurch, 1/3 go to Wellington. And that's because the medical schools are attached to the hospitals there, and our hospital in Dunedin is too small to absorb all of the students during their clinical years. So, which is years 4, 5 and 6. So we have a lot of students studying their medical degree in Christchurch and Wellington in addition to Dunedin, and also quite a few postgraduate students will study medical related, health related study at those Christchurch or Wellington campuses. But really for everything else, like anything to do with arts, social sciences, business study, science study, other health sciences, all done here on the Dunedin campus. So this really is the main campus for study. And so, I'd say 95% or even higher of all the students looking at studying at the University of Otago would be on the Dunedin campus. And a small number would be at one of those other campuses, or perhaps studying by distance mode. So there's a small number of programs which can also be taken by distance mode.
Regarding medical programs, which ones are available for international students?
So across the whole health spectrum, we have a clinical medical degree, so it's the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Unfortunately, we only have, and these programs are really designed for students who have come through from high school, and then they come into a university and do a special first year course, and then they compete for admission to get into one of the health professional programs. So one of those is the Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery. But we only have a very small number of places for international students, so maybe only 5 places per year, maybe a bit more. Dentistry, we have the only school of dentistry in New Zealand, and dentistry, they can also take around 5 to 8 places, although that may increase in the future with rebuilding that's going on. We have the pharmacy degree, Bachelor of Pharmacy, so they can take up to 30 students really into pharmacy. We also teach physiotherapy. Might be called physical therapy in other countries, but physiotherapy. They can also take 5 to 10 students. And we have a Bachelor of Medical Laboratory Science, which is also a professional degree in New Zealand. Can take some students. And then there are other non-clinical, non-professional degrees. So you can do a Bachelor of Biomedical Science, or you could do a BSc and major in areas like anatomy or physiology, pharmacology, biochemistry, microbiology. So because we have that very strong health component on campus, we're also very strong in allied biomedical sciences, and particularly, and they're unrestricted programs, so students generally do a 3-year degree, but the postgraduate programs are very strong in those areas, and we get a lot of research students coming in for masters, PhD level, particularly in the biomedical sciences, and those areas also attract a lot of contestable research income, so a lot of the staff have been able to get research grants either within the university or from outside the university to carry out interesting research, and so often they're looking for students to come into master's programs, PhD programs, to take part in projects that are already running and funded.
And regarding postgraduate programs, which ones can a Russian student apply for?
For PhD?
For postgraduate, for master, postgraduate diploma. Is actually postgraduate diploma medical?
Well,
department?
there's a postgraduate diploma across just about any subject area, but the postgraduate diploma tends to be the first year of a master's degree. So a lot of our master's degrees are 2 years, and often you take the first year as a postgraduate diploma, and the second year is a master's by research, by thesis. Now there are some newer programs which have been introduced last 3 or 4 years, and particularly in the business school, and these are shorter master's programs which might only be 12 months, and which are mainly coursework and a small project, a small research project or applied project. So we have, in the business school we have a Master of Business Data Science, a Master of Finance, a Master of Marketing, a Master of International Business. So those are all being reshaped as 12-month programs.
Is it 100 points?
180 point programs.
190?
Yes. 180. 180. Whereas normally most master's programs are 240 points, so 120 points each year. But as I say, often, yes, you do a 1-year postgraduate diploma, which is a specialised program designed for someone who has just the right preparation from their undergraduate degree. And then if they want to go on to research, they can do a second year and get a master's degree by research.
Excuse me, can I ask you one question? For example, we have potential customer from Russia, and she is a dentist. And she is asking me, so what should I choose? Where should I go? So it's your university, yeah?
Yeah.
And
the only option.
Yeah. So she has already master's degree.
Master's degree in dentistry?
What program should she choose, or should we suggest her?
Is she practicing dentistry?
She has very good experience, several years, and she is asking me, what should I do?
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated because it depends on whether she wants to just practice in New Zealand, so she'd have to go through the New Zealand dental registration process, and there's normally an examination process around that. That's not connected with the university. We do have some students who can come into our, mostly our professional doctorate, Doctor of Clinical Dentistry, and that can lead to specialist registration in a particular area of dentistry, and then they'll get specialist registration to practice in the area that they've trained. So that's a 3-year degree, but it's very difficult to get into because we only
doctor degree.
Yes, because they only take a small number of students each year. Yeah, so and they need to be strong candidates with good work experience already. So, but I have an information sheet I could give you afterwards, which will give you.
Is it expensive?
Yes, the dentistry tends to be more expensive option. So, at the undergraduate level, you're looking at around 80,000 New Zealand per year. At the postgraduate level, for that program, you're looking at 60,000 New Zealand per year.
And
tuition.
doctor degree as well, yes? So
around 60,000 per year.
Yeah.
For any postgraduate.
We have already one applicant for doctor degree, Valeria Kuznetsova, our colleague. She has a client, and we talked with her about this case, and she told me that it's a long process to estimate to evaluate the documents, to process.
It can be, yes, with dentistry. They like an early application, so normally by the end of May you have to apply, and then you might find out August, September, and then you start February the next year. So yes, they do have a longer process. Most other programs it's shorter process, but with dentistry, because they're looking at all the candidates at one time and there's quite a rigorous process around it, it can take longer.
And the issue now is that this process, she was told that this process will take time till November. But she wanted to come for English preparation. She has some, she has to do some level of English. Starting in October, she wanted to come in October, I think, but the university told that they cannot promise the...
No, they won't find out until about the end, so if you only needed short period of study, that might work out, but otherwise it's quite difficult because we can't do a conditional offer really for that program, so and the students tend to get the result, find out whether they've been admitted so late that it doesn't allow a lot of time to do any English study.
And can she come for a general English course? For instance, in November she gets the, imagine that she gets accepted. Can she come for general English, not a class?
Well, she could just come and study English, but
Yes.
she wouldn't have an offer of acceptance for the university program. That's the only problem. So she would just be applying for a visa to do English. And then if she could get an acceptance later, she could apply for a change of visa. But initially, if she needed to come earlier, she could come to our language centre and do academic English, no problem at all. But she would be coming without knowing, perhaps, whether she'd been accepted.
Yeah, so it's very important for her to know that for sure. Please tell us a couple of words about your job, your position at Otago University.
Sure. So my name is Wayne Angus. I'm the Manager International Marketing and Recruitment at the university. So I'm involved with heading a team which is involved in promoting the university internationally and of course mainly attracting students, international students to come and study on campus and working with partners, education agencies, representatives and institutional partners all over the world. So that's the main role of our office. Our office is, it's a one-stop shop in terms of our services. So in addition to the marketing, we handle the student inquiries, we handle the admission of students and the offer of place. We offer the support for students and also cover all of the compliance areas, helping them with visa renewal and with insurance. But also with, if they have problems with their study, we can help them or connect them with other services on campus. And we also run an exchange program through our office as well, so both domestic students, local students and international students can take part in that.
University of Otago is situated in Dunedin, yes?
It is, yes.
Could you tell us a couple of words about this city as I think not many people in Russia know anything about the city.
Yeah, sure. So Dunedin, total population about 120,000. It's obviously a coastal city, as most cities are in New Zealand, but the main lifeblood of the city is the fact that we have this university. So we have 18,000 students on campus in Dunedin out of a total population of about 120,000. So you've got a situation where 1/6 of the whole population are students. And so the whole lifeblood, as I say, of the city is the fact that this university. And it's really a fun place too, I think. It's great for students who want to do field research or want to do adventure tourism and outdoor activities, because you can use it as a great base to explore the whole Lower South Island and go off to places like Queenstown, Wanaka, some of the resort towns, which winter provides skiing, snowboarding opportunities, in the summer water sports and other opportunities, and a lot of tramping and hiking. So with Dunedin itself, very supportive of the students. The city relies on the students. One of the main features is the fact that most of the students come from outside of the city. And so when if you'd come here a month ago, like in January, there's almost no one around. And then in late February, when the university starts, all of a sudden we get students coming from all over the country, all over New Zealand, to come and study at Otago. And the main reasons is because you can experience a unique student campus lifestyle. You can live on or near the campus, and also for the high academic quality of the programs.
You have told that 75% comes from different parts to Otago.
That's right.
To
Yes.
the University of Otago.
Yeah. So our local area in terms of population is quite small. So students have to make a conscious decision to travel away from where they're being brought up or where they've been living to come to Dunedin for their studies. So that's quite important, and it makes them, I think, our graduates quite outgoing and social. So for international students coming in, trying to mix with local students, I think that's quite a strong feature, because a lot of the local students who come here are really in the same sort of position. They've made a decision to move away from their hometown to start a new phase of their life, and so I think they've got a similar outlook in terms of meeting new friends and making new associations, And so I think that makes it a very social, outgoing campus and population.
See, from what countries do you have students?
Well, from over 100 countries, but some of the larger ones, obviously we have a lot of students from the US, particularly on study abroad programs, quite a few students from China on degree programs, and also Malaysia on degree programs. And then we have a reasonable number of students, just over 100 from India, who are mostly at postgraduate level. And we have many exchange programs, so we get students from South America, from Europe, from North America, Asia, on short-term study abroad programs. And then many other students from Pacific Island countries, from different parts of Asia and Europe, who are coming and doing degree study, undergraduate or postgraduate.
You have a lot of students in the city, and I know that Russian students are quite interested in working part-time while studying, because student visa permits to work.
Yes, absolutely.
Are there plenty of career opportunities or any kind of jobs to do in
there are quite a lot of part-time jobs available, obviously, mostly maybe in the hospitality areas, retail and etc. But I guess, being a small city, the career options after graduation are somewhat limited, and so that, perhaps for our graduates, the traditional thing is to come to Otago, experience the education, get a good education, and then perhaps for your working career afterwards, you may make a decision to go to another city or overseas. So it's really more the value of the degree you've got and the connections you've made, which you then might apply in another city. There's certainly some career opportunities here, but being a smaller city, obviously most of our students will probably head to other centres, and we have a lot of students, for instance, who might end up in government departments and will go to Wellington afterwards. But in the New Zealand context, it's quite accepted that you do your degree anywhere and then you possibly work anywhere.
Anywhere,
yeah. So it's more the value of what you can bring as a graduate, and your skills and qualities that you've got. Those are the important things. But graduates tend to be quite mobile in terms of where they would go for their career option after graduation. This is Allen Hall Theatre behind me, so we teach theatre studies at the University of Otago, so students, particularly at undergraduate level, can major in theatre studies as part of a Bachelor of Arts, and so they might learn how to go about playwriting or actual performance as part of that degree. And we have some other areas who might also put on performances. We teach classical studies, for instance, and so sometimes those students might be involved with performances. So yeah, we have quite a small but quite a vigorous program in theatre studies.
The most popular programs among international students, if there are any?
Yeah, I think a lot of students we get are looking at career options, so they tend to gravitate towards areas where they think there's strong job prospects for them, either here in New Zealand or back in their home countries. They're going back there, so practically anything within business study is obviously very popular, across computer and information science areas. A number of areas within the sciences at Otago, so think areas like food science, nutrition, psychology, the biomedical sciences, quite popular, and then all the, obviously some of the health professional degrees, dentistry, medicine, pharmacy, physiotherapy, they're all reasonably popular with international students, and we get a lot of students from the US in short-term programs, and they're very interested in social science, humanities courses, but also from other parts of the world. So we're very strong in areas like English, philosophy, politics, strong areas, also psychology, very strong area at Otago. We have a College of Education, which runs teacher education programs, and we have a very popular law school. We don't get quite so many international students, but domestic students. The law school is very popular.
Law school is very good.